Howdy Tutti Fruities, it's iNavingeR, and today I am bringing you another Call of Duty gameplay commentary. In the background we see a league play game between myself, Shmeckledorf, Spathik, and Tips McGee. It is a hardpoint on raid, and what's interesting about this gameplay is that it was actually a very close game throughout, except at one point I believe we were down by about 40 points. As you'll notice, both garage hardpoints we suck at, we are just terrible at that one, and that's where they got a bulk of their time. So we were actually down by a decent amount, but we managed to pull it out and come back and get the W. So I thought it was a really good gameplay, so I thought I'd use it. I hope you guys enjoy it, and if not, I apologize, but maybe you can minimize it and just listen to me. I don't know. Anyway, what I want to talk about today was a little bit different, and it's how introversion affects people, and specifically me. So for those of you that don't know, being an introvert, it's not. So I guess we'll start off. A lot of people describe it as being shy, and that's not really what it is. Yes, people that are introverts tend to not like being around in big social groups, and they don't like to go to parties where they don't know people or they don't know what's going to happen. But the introversion itself is not being shy. It's mostly being more inner focused, I guess you could say, focused on what's going on in your head, your own personal thoughts, just not really focused on what's going on around you a whole heck of a lot. And a lot of people that are not introverts and that don't understand see it as being arrogant. A lot of people I know, when I get to know someone and I become friends with them, they might tell me a little bit down the line, it's happened several times, that when they first met me, they thought I was a jerk or something like that because I didn't talk to them. I didn't seem interested in what they were saying. And that's not because I'm a jerk. I mean, some people might think I'm a jerk, but it's not because I was trying to be a jerk. That's just me. So a really good example of this, and especially since classes just started, is the first day of class. You go in, and if you're taking gen eds, you might not know everyone in your class or anyone, especially if it's all gen eds. And that's kind of what I'm experiencing right now. This should be my last year because I'm starting to take my major classes again after switching majors. So this should be the last year I really have to deal with this too much. But when you go into your gen ed and you sit down, you probably won't know very many people. And if you sit next to someone, a lot of people can just start up a conversation, just have small talk, get to know that person, make the connection, and then become friends with them. But for introverts, that is just hard to do, because the thought of small talk and the thought of talking to someone that you don't know, you don't have anything in common with, is just terrifying almost. Just because it's unexpected, you don't know what's going to happen, you don't have control over it, and if it gets awkward, well, you're stuck because, one, you're in class, you can't exactly leave, and you can't just stand up and go find a new seat. That would just seem really weird. So the thought of small talk is just really, really terrifying, and that's a big thing. And then it also can play into a part where, if you're in college like I am, and I'm speaking about my personal experiences here. I've been in college for 3 years. I'm a junior, and I have gone out exactly one time, and that was because my girlfriend was on the field hockey team, and every year they have a field hockey date party where you bring a date and it's just a party. But anyway, that's besides the point. I've gone out exactly one time, and that's not because I haven't had offers to go out. People will ask me if I wanted to go out with them. I choose not to. Not because I have a problem with drinking or that I have a problem with other people drinking or anything like that, but because I can't stand being in large groups. I can't do it. A lot of times I've thought that it's just the fact that I don't like being in large groups and that I'm just weird, before I understood what I actually was dealing with, and that's being an introvert. And it's just, I don't like it. I don't like being around large groups with people that I don't know, and that it's really, really loud, and I can't really focus on anything. And it's just kind of a senses overload sort of a thing, where everything's going on, so many things are happening. You've got the music, you've got the lights, you've got people drinking everywhere, you've got lots of people, it's loud, people are dancing. It is just, everything is just coming in around you, and you just can't handle it. And that specifically is me. And when I went to this date party last year, the one time that I went out, it got to a point where it was just so much for me, and I passed out. I passed out not because I was drunk, not because I was sick. I felt fine. I had one Jello shot. That was it. And then it was just too much, and it all came in around me, and I fell over and passed out just because it was that much. And I didn't realize that that's why it happened. I just kind of figured, whatever. Maybe I just didn't eat enough before I came, or something to that extent. But now I'm realizing that that's probably not the case. It was probably just that I had a senses overload and I couldn't handle it. And it sounds kind of wimpy hearing myself talk about it. It does sound a little wimpy, that I don't like these kind of things, but that's personal opinion, or not personal opinion, but it's just how I am. It's not that I chose to be this way. It's not that I'm making a conscious decision every day that I'm not gonna enjoy going out. I'm not gonna enjoy talking to people that I don't know. It's not that. It's just that that's who I am, and that's how it was. A lot of white extroverts, which is the opposite end of the spectrum, extroverts are just very outgoing, the whole 9 yards. Everything introverts are not. Extroverts, what they don't understand is, like I said, it's not me being antisocial. It's not me being a jerk or, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. It's just me wanting time to myself. It's not that I like being alone, but it's good for me. If I'm in a group of people for too long, it's draining. It really kills every ounce of energy that I have. A lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but extroverts, when they go into crowds of people and they go to parties, it gets them excited. Their energy is up. They're having a great time. But for introverts, it does the exact opposite. It just saps the energy out of you, and you're done. That's it. And that's probably another part of why I had that issue with passing out at the date party of last year. And so, that's a big thing. And obviously, being in college, that's what people do on the weekends. And so that really that really cuts down on any kind of social life. And it really does, and it's unfortunate that it has to be that way, but that's just how it is. And so it's led to a lot of, not having a ton of friends because everyone in college wants to go out. And that's not saying that you can't be friends with those people, but they start to think, oh, well, he doesn't really want to hang out with us, so let's just stop inviting him to things, and then eventually just stop talking to you, and you know how it works. And so, I mean, it's not a good thing to be, dealing with in college. And I really do wish I could be the opposite way. I wish I could be that outgoing person that, walks into the classroom and sits down next to someone and starts up the conversation, makes friends, or someone that goes out, goes to these parties, enjoys themselves. Not necessarily having to be drinking or getting just blackout drunk, but just going to these parties and enjoying themselves without feeling like, all right, when can I leave? When can I go home? When can I be by myself again? Or with people that I know. If I'm with people that I know and that I'm friends with, it's fine. I have my friends that I can hang out with, and that's not a big deal. But the problem is going to these parties where the big situations for me are when something unexpected can happen, when I don't have control of what's going to happen. And so for the party case, that could be, someone random coming up and starting to talk to me, or I don't know, I can't think of another another example, or in class when something group work comes up and you have to find a group off the spot, like first day of class. That sucks. Because you don't like going up to people and being like, hey, let's be in a group, guys. No, like, I don't, just thinking about it, I don't like it. Maybe I'm being a little over dramatic, perhaps. I mean, that's up to you. I'll leave that up to your discretion. But, I mean, I just thought I would talk about what my life is like in college, being an introvert and being this quiet, shy person that likes time to himself. I don't know. I mean, if you're an introvert, you'll know what I'm talking about. Especially if you're in college, you'll know what I'm talking about, because I mean, you're probably experiencing the same things. Now, some people can get over it. Some people can, get over this fear and go out and do these things, but that's just not me. So anyway, guys, let me know if, your thoughts in the comment section below if you're dealing with this too, and maybe you're not. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary, and thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace.